Olivia, the stakes in this case seem to be quite high. It involves TSMC and Intel, the biggest chip makers in Taiwan and the US, and involving the most advanced tech in the industry. So things are moving very quickly, but when you look at this case, what's your main takeaway?
My main takeaway is that this is such an interesting case that highlights how technology security is at the absolute forefront of people's minds right now. Now, we've spoken a lot about sort of the kind of export controls and other levers that you can use to control the access to the physical hardware and the infrastructure, but the most difficult thing to control is, in fact, people.
Now, this case comes at a very sensitive time in US-Taiwan relations. The two countries are negotiating a trade deal, which is reported to involve many aspects related to the semiconductor industry, especially as the US attempts to bolster its domestic chip capacity. Do you think that cases like this could create some friction in that relationship?
It's probably going to be a source of friction, no doubt. We have to factor in that TSMC and Intel, they are partners, but they are also competitors. So TSMC is an absolute undisputed titan of producing advanced semiconductors at 5 nanometers and below. Intel is trying to capture a part of that market, but they have been quite laggard in their progress in achieving that market share. There's a big question mark around how long Taiwan and TSMC's silicon shield will hold, right? And the power of that silicon shield is only as good as the exclusivity of the technology and the IP that TSMC holds as well. You've already seen just this year Taiwan use its national security laws to indict three former TSMC employees for leaking trade secrets to a Japanese company, Tokyo Electron, I believe. And this is probably a sign of things to come.
And finally, Olivia, what do you think that this case and cases like it tell us about the state of global chip competition at this moment?
I think what's really interesting to me is how these commercial decisions and national security decisions are becoming increasingly fused. We've seen that trend over the past couple of years already, but now it's really getting down to brass tacks of not just controlling supply chains or specific foundries, but now also specific people and the actions of individual employees within an organization. I do wonder where this is going to head. Are we going to be doing a lot of investigations authorized under departments of commerce into specific entities, specific senior executives? What does that mean for an overall innovation ecosystem where traditionally some of these players and some of these people do move very freely between companies? Yes, it is often under the auspices of some sort of non disclosure or non compete clause, but this is now looking at it from a very specific national security, national interest lens. And I wonder about how many people are going to be wrapped up in this continuing trend.